Okay, hi. This is incredible time for me to be here, and I'm so happy that you guys give me opportunity to share my experience about my old experience learning to speak English. Actually, I have two experience: bad experience and good experience. Because right now, I just want to share only bad experience. And I remember many years ago when I started learning English, I wish that I can speak English professionally. At that time, I don't care about writing, I don't care about reading, I don't care about grammar at all. So what I need to have only just be able to speak English well, because I think English speaking is much better than other skills. And so I spent so many years to learn English, and what I wish I didn't get. I didn't get what I wish. And right now, this opportunity, I would share why I learned so much. I spent so much time, I spent so much money, and spent so much effort. By why I didn't get what I want. The first point that I use that it doesn't really help me to be able to speak English well. First, because I focus on grammar. Whatever class that I went, whether it's English class or for foreigner class or my teacher class, they just help me to focus on, just us to focus on the grammars. Because I believe in them, so I learn grammars more of the time. I spend more time to learn grammars, and spend a lot of money to buy grammar books to read. And after almost 1 year to learn grammars, and my brain was big because of grammar. I know a lot about grammars, and I can even teach grammar to my friends or to students. But after maybe 2 years, 1 year and a half, and I found that I could not speak English well. Because why? Because especially when I start speaking English, I'm thinking about grammar all the time. And it's sort of interruption. My brain just divided into two. So first, what I need to focus on, what I need to speak. And the other thing, I need to evaluate, this is grammar wrong or grammar right. And this kind of interruption don't really help me to improve my English speaking skill. And later on, I found that it's not good to focus on grammars. So right now, so what I have to say to you, if you want to be able to speak English well, don't focus so much on grammar. Actually, you need to learn grammar, but don't spend too much. Sometimes you need to learn only one book is enough for you. Just know how to make sentence, know how to make how to speak in the right tense, present future, and past is enough for you. So don't focus on grammar, because if you want to speak English well, you just focus on what you need to have is about speaking. Grammar is really helpful for you for write, very good at writing. And the second mistake that I had not so far, for many years ago, is I focused on vocabulary. All the teachers that I met and all the school that I went, they suggest that you must build up your vocabularies. If you don't know words, how can you speak? Yeah, they are right. If they don't know what, how can I speak? And that is the reason that I spend so much time reading the books. And I even I went to a translation class, newspaper class, and what are the things that I had the most to try to remember the words. When I read the books, I record all the words that are very important for me that I need to remember, record it, and night before I go to bed, I just make 10 or 15 words. And then when I get up early in the morning, I need to repeat all the words again to make sure that I can remember it. So I think that I know, 2 years ago, I thought that I know more than 5,000 words, 5,000 English words. But the thing is, I knew many words, but I could not speak English well. When I start speaking, I don't think where the words in my brain. That's my brain, when the words that I learned just didn't coming out of my brains. And this is such sort of something that I felt disappointed by this. But when I read the books, I can translate the book. Especially when I have two brains at that time, brain for reading and brain for speaking. Brain for reading basically means when I read a book, so I can translate all the words that I have learned. But when I speak, I use another brain that this brain doesn't have the words that I have learned at all. So later on, when I read a book, then that book is a very good book, a very simple book, and I like it so much. And that book said that if you know only 2,000 words, English word is enough for you to have an ordinary communication or a daily life communication. And then I believe in that. And now I had more than 5,000 words, but why I cannot communicate in a daily situation? So the mistake is not how many words you know. It's not about that. If you know only 2,000 words, 3,000 words enough for you. But the key is to make sure that all the words that you know, you can use them. So right now I'm thinking the best way to learn to speak is to learn vocabularies and use all the vocabulary that you know. It's the key. And the third point, a third mistake is focus on what it calls on listening. Listening. I used to meet two teachers, and they are very good teacher. They suggest us to listen to BBC. They said that when you don't understand, just keep listening because it really helps you to improve your speaking skill. And then I did it for maybe 3 months, and I had no idea what it was talking about. I didn't understand. After 5 months, I found that I get nothing from that listening to BBC or CNN or Bloomberg International Television. And I found there's no point to listen to this such a very difficult conversation, very difficult speech. And then I find that this is no use to use this, and I give up. And then I just listen to something that I can understand. Simple, slow, understand. Because when I listen to something that I can understand, I can do two things. First, I can repeat. The more repeat I do, the better my speech will become. And the third thing, when I understand what I listen to, I can speak out what I remember and understood. This is the key. So right now, I suggest that when you choose to listen to something that is easy for you to understand, and then you're gonna have ability to speak out what you understood. This is all the key mistakes that I've done so far, and I suggest that you should not follow these mistakes. So thank you very much.